In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
The views and opinions expressed on Geekfather are those of the panelists and not those of the Geeks Under the Influence Network, their affiliates, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised. This is for the parents and not for the kiddies.
Geekfire!
Can you try one more time? Say no. Geekfather real loud.
Geekfire way loud! I just did it.
Hey guys, welcome back. That's right, it's another week and a brand new episode of The Geekfathers. I'm Scotty P, and unfortunately this episode I'm running solo. Smash had some complications this week, technical wise, nothing, everybody's okay, no injury of any type, but unfortunately we weren't able to do one of our regular episodes to release, and there were some other things going on. So, needless to say, again, I'm solo. I don't do this very often anymore, guys, but welcome back. Again, Scotty P here, bringing all the trials, tribulations of being a geeky parent in this crazy, crazy world, and it's only getting crazier. So, guys, thank you for sticking around. Really appreciate it. And honestly, since I have to just make up this episode real quick, there's just a few things I really wanted to catch up on with you guys and really just make sure you are up to date with everything that's going on with us. Unfortunately, with part of what's been going on, we are working on a new intro, probably a new little bumper ad that you've probably heard from some of the other shows as well. Those are just some of the extracurricular stuff that Smash and I have been working on. What I really wanted to catch you up on was more of what's happening outside and just things that we're involved with as well. We were hoping to also have some great stuff from Smash, since him and some of the other GUI guys were able to make it to Monster Mania in Huntsville, Maryland, I believe is where it was. And he was going to try to get some extra stuff for whatever episode we could do, especially since, as you hear this, it is officially October 1st, which is spooky season. We're going all, the Halloween time is what we all love. The horror movies, getting dressed up, all the great maniacal adventures that can happen with there. And that includes being a parent, having the kids ready to go for trick-or-treating and everything, which so far this year looks like it's going to be better than last year. And just remember to still keep things safe. Just try to keep some distance, clean up a few things. I'm sure most people that are handing out candy, I would like to think that they're being sanitary at the very least. However, still always remember, double check your stuff when you get home anyways. I mean, I doubt anybody's going to hand over the drugs, but there's still some weirdos and other stuff going on that you just want to make sure on. So Halloween is vastly approaching, and of course we'll have, I was going to say, this is even, October is a month where we'll even probably be able to drop closer to at least 3 episodes, just because this is that time of year we have so much going on, guys. And so keep that in mind. We're gearing up for some really, really fun things in GUI. Just go out there, have fun, be safe. What I also wanted to give a reminder of is, this is not new news, unfortunately, but we do still have our friends, their daughter Kimber, go Team Kimber, still going through everything. It's a day-to-day thing, unfortunately, with their lives and the way things are set up, but I ask that you definitely give some support their way if at all possible. I will definitely post the links again to GoFundMe, hashtag, whatever their page, everything that can, to any support is always wonderful. They're part of the community. They're a great family, and times are tough, like what other people are going through, they just have an extra few steps that they do on a day-to-day basis. I'm probably not even wording this right, and I apologize, because again, this is what I'm having to go through with a last-minute episode, but I wanted to make sure we got some content out there for you guys, just to make sure. And so remember that we have our friends Team Kimber down in the Virginia Beach area. Again, great family. Reach out if you can. If that's not the most easiest way or direct way, you're just not able to do it more direct, that way I should say, is don't forget to visit a great group of like Mason's Toy Box and a few others that are local. They're all listed together to where you can still give support, even if it's in a more general sense. It all depends. Everybody's different with how they like to give back, so just make sure you have your options available. Overall though, Kimber's doing great. There are just some days are just rougher than others, and especially with school starting, it's a different world, man. So guys, just keep that in mind for everybody that's out there working towards the same goal of us all just being better and in a better place. So how are you guys? I feel it's so weird not to have anybody to talk to on this, but I appreciate you really sticking by, hanging out with me while I do this recording. Like I said, running solo is so weird these days, and I even had to do that this past week. I was a solo parent. The wife was fortunately, I shouldn't say fortunately, but fortunately she was able to make it to some fellow rally goers for the Free Britney movement, and a lot of great strides are happening there. So keep, follow the news, go in there, make sure you're following the right group. There are people out there still kind of not giving very accurate information, but some great strides have been happening with Free Britney and just with human rights in general. I mean, this stuff is, like I say, you can argue it's a pop star or whatever you want to do, but it really does open a great door to human rights, and where there's one thing we already know is major flaws in the legal system and a few other things, and this just compounds that whole situation. So, but fortunately she is back home. We have mommy back, and we're just getting ready for just some relaxed downtime, as honestly getting into even more projects. So and you can tell I'm rambling. You haven't heard any of my major ramblings in a while, so I apologize for that, especially if you're a newer listener. You really, if you've only been listening to the show since Kyle's been a regular co-host, man, go back, check out those other episodes, and I'll get more into that at another point here. But guys, let me just say in general, thank you for all the support that you've given the Geekfathers, to GUI Network in general, with all of our great shows. We're working on the family. The family is expanding. And that's about the best I can say on that at this point. Is we've got some great ideas, some great shows in the works and everything, so just keep an eye out. Again, I'm going to give all that information out, at the end of the episode as I do. One other thing I did want to mention as well, talking about other projects, and this is even going to be even weirder for me, just something for me to brag about, is that fortunately I'm able to help out a friend, where we're going to be doing a limited series podcast called, the podcast is going to be called The Blunt Truth Presents Seeing Stoned, excuse me. I totally said that wrong, and again, that just shows what type of, Seeing Stoned. The Blunt Truth Presents Seeing Stoned. And I promise you, I'm not stoned at the moment. But keep an eye out for this show, guys. I'm going to be talking about it probably a lot more as we go and doing all this. And again, this is based on an indie career of a great friend of ours by the name of Becky, who also did, she's been working towards making an actual movie, but even a couple years ago, she even put this out of a YouTube series, since that was the best way to release it on with the mediums available. And it's called The Blunt Truth Presents DTF with Maggie and MJ, which you can find on YouTube. I believe all the episodes are still up there. She hadn't mentioned about taking them down, but it's a great series. Really looks at a wide variety of social commentary, smoking the weed, doing all that, like I said, because again, a lot of stuff is for the parents, it's not for the kids, just like this show technically should be. So, but that's a great new project I'm helping a friend with that you'll probably hear me talking about in future episodes here on the Geekfathers as well. And just keep an eye out, whether you're a smoker or not, it doesn't matter. It's a good time. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be talking about movies and other pop culture stuff while really hyping up and getting Becky ready to make an indie film. So it's also a great way to help support a local indie artist, right here, Richmond, Virginia, always keeping an eye out for the locals, spreading the love as much as you can. And I mean, guys, that's really all the stuff that's been going on. It's been really crazy, but at the same time, it's been nice to where we have plenty of stuff that's able to happen, and we're able to keep our projects going. Unfortunately, we just get technical issues, which is what happened with Smash. He did a great mini episode with his little one, because I was tied up. We weren't able to do our full episode when we normally record. So, backup for a backup for a backup, and unfortunately the final backup is me kind of blabbing at everybody, kind of trying to catch up for everything. So guys, what we have here so far is that we have our great friends as part of Team Kimber, Miss Kimber, kicking it strong. Support any way you guys can, and for everything I'm mentioning, by the way, I will post as many links as possible with the episode. Again, this is a quick mini, just we'll call it the catch-up episode, because all we're doing is catching up with the things that we've mentioned before in previous episodes and things going on in our lives, which is really all we need sometimes, is just to sit back, take a breath. So, our checklist so far: Team Kimber, Miss Kimber, kicking it strong. Have a great day, darling. We love you. We have The Blunt Truth Presents Seeing Stoned, the limited series podcast that I will be helping with. I'll be moderating, by the way, on that. So it will be audio and video that we'll be recording. So I'll be sure to drop some links and keep everybody, you and GUI, updated on, just catch those episodes. Like I said, at the very least, it'll be a way to just have a fun new show for a little while to watch, and we're going to be hyping up, getting ready to help our friend make an independent movie. So, and of course, October 1st, when you hear this episode, we are ready for Halloween. Oh, Halloween, we are so excited for the spooky season is upon us. So why don't you do this? I know we always ask for feedback, people to talk to us. What are you guys doing for Halloween this year, since we're not technically as restricted as we were last year, but we still want to be safe? So why don't you give us a heads up over here at the Geekfathers, which of course, any of the social media on Facebook, the Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff, and again, I'll post the links. I'll be better about Instagram, will definitely say that, but definitely at Twitter, I know off the top of my head, of course, at Geekfather1, at Geekfather the number 1. Send us those tweets, let us know what you're thinking about Halloween. Of course, if you want to keep it more private or anonymous for whatever reason it may be, send us an email. That's right, we have the emails available still. So that would be geekfatherpodcastgui@gmail.com, geekfatherpodcastgui@gmail.com. Send all the emails our way. Let us know, how we're doing, just to say hi, or any ideas about episodes as well. We've definitely been talking. We would love to hear the feedback from the community, which is you guys that are listening. And let's see, what else? Oh, yes. Just another reminder that after Halloween, something to kind of give you a little taste in between the holidays is, don't forget, the GUI family, the showrunners, will be at the Richmond, Virginia Comic-Con on November 20th at the Richmond Raceway. So thank you, Brett, for still having those going on. We look forward to another. We had such fun in July, and then to have this other one, it give you a great opportunity to go Christmas shopping as well. So killing all those birds with the one stone and whatnot, and all those great cliches, throw it in there. That's fine by me. I don't mind. And And, of course, links. I'm going to throw in all the links there. And, man, I think I'm going to basically leave it at that for you guys. That's really catching up. You hear me babbling. But, guys, thank you. And this is also what I get for being a solo parent for almost a week. Is you talk to your kids, but you need adults to talk to. I really haven't had that many adults to talk to other than work. So I'm babbling to you guys. So hopefully it doesn't fall on completely deaf ears. I appreciate you guys. You guys have been sticking around, especially all you since the early times, the day one with the other GUI Network shows, all that, guys. So thank you for letting me ramble here just to chew on your ear for a moment, give you some updates about what the Geekfathers are up to in general. And of course, we'll have a lot more in our next episode. Blah. Man, it sounds like I've been smoking that reefer, man. Whew. Anyways, no more reefer talk for now. But guys, thank you very much. Well, we should have a regular episode next time we drop. When you're hearing this, it'll be 2 weeks later. So just keep that in mind. And of course, everything else I've mentioned about GUI, with the shows, the GUI flagship, everything, all the old episodes, GUIpodcast.com. That's right, www.GUIpodcast.com. Go look at all the old episodes. Go check out our other shows. It's a blast. It's all right there, ready for you, and that will also give you the updates of all the fun GUI Halloween stuff going on. Flagship already dropped a bunch of listings for movies, just of what everybody does, the 31 days of October for the Halloween movies and stuff. It's a great list. You don't have to follow the list, but either it'll give you a new idea or bring up maybe one of those old ideas that you haven't caught up on in a while. And other than that, while you're there, click on the link to TeePublic. Go check out all the limited Halloween designs that are put up for GUI as well. Don't forget that, but of course, all your regular designs from all your great shows here, like the Geekfathers, From the Mouths of Madness. Of course, this would also be a month for From the Mouths of Madness, bringing us all the horror-related content possible there, but also Beautiful Disasters, of course. All the shows. Thank you, Bruce, for still keeping up with Precap for us. We do appreciate you, sir. And, man, I think I'm actually finished at this point, guys. So, again, thank you very much. Check out everything at GUIpodcast.com. Keep up with all the social media, the events that we have coming up. Great things are happening. GUI is all the love. So remember, guys, we keep it one tribe, one community. And don't forget, join us or cry.
Mike the Hobbit here,
Lowdown Brown,
inviting you to check out Geek Some of the Influence, a podcast that pairs booze with conversation with good friends.
and a little nerd culture.
We get a lot of colorful conversation out of our episodes, but it is here for everyone, no gatekeeping.
Always level up everything we do.
We'll punch up, never punch down.
Exactly.
So check out Geeks Under the Influence everywhere you get your podcasts, and join us or die.
Shut the fuck up, Hobbit. Welcome to GUI Nights.
GUI Nights.
Yeah, I am Lowdown Brown. With me, as always,
Mike the Hobbit.
this is the tangential side of GUI.
This is like so many of those other shows that has the after the show bit mixed with a little bit of Baywatch Nights, so it's a little sexier. It's a little bit after hours.
Also, while tying it into the previous episode of GUI. So look forward to that, too, because this comes out the week after the flagship hour-long episode.
So make sure to check out GUI Nights, and when you're done, you can
Go the fuck home.
GUIpodcast.com.